In the vast ocean of divine knowledge, where every wave carries secrets and every breeze whispers wisdom, rises a jewel of revelation that shines with unmatched light. Surah Al-Baqarah, the chapter of the cow. This surah, the longest chapter of the Quran, is a universe in itself, filled with laws, stories, warnings, and promises. Imagine a moment in history, over 14 centuries ago, in a city called Medina. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, surrounded by his followers, receives the revelation from Allah, words that will guide, comfort, and challenge millions throughout the centuries. Among these revelations, Surah Al-Baqarah stands out as a comprehensive guide, addressing all aspects of life and faith. This surah is a treasure of knowledge, a map for navigating the sometimes turbulent waters of human existence. From social and economic laws to profound spiritual reflections, Surah Al-Baqarah encompasses an astonishingly wide range of topics, each intertwined with the next in a symphony of divine wisdom. Over 1400 years ago, in the sands of Arabia, in a community called Medina, a new chapter in human history emerged. Here, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the last messenger in the chain of prophets sent by Allah, received revelations that would guide his followers through the ages. In this historical setting, Surah Al-Baqarah was revealed, offering light and direction in a time of change and challenge. The context of the revelation of Surah Al-Baqarah is crucial to understanding its profound significance. This surah was revealed at a critical moment when the young Muslim community faced challenges both internal and external. Relations with the Jewish tribes of Medina, conflicts with the polytheists of Mecca, and the need to establish social and spiritual order in the community were pressing issues. The Surah Al-Baqarah, with its rich and varied verses, addressed these needs. On one hand, it provided guidance on social organization, moral conduct, family relations, and economic practices. On the other hand, it strengthened the faith of believers, reminding them of the importance of patience, perseverance, and trust in Allah. The surah begins with the declaration Alif, Lam, Mim. This is the book, in it is no doubt, a guidance for the God-conscious. This powerful start sets the tone for the rest of the chapter, which delves into themes of faith, law, history, and spirituality. Through its verses, Surah Al-Baqarah addresses the story of Adam, the struggle of Abraham and his family, and the exodus of the children of Israel. Each story is masterfully woven, not only as a narrative of the past, but as timeless lessons on faith, obedience, and relationship with the divine. In this formative and challenging time, Surah Al-Baqarah served as a compass, pointing the way toward a united and prosperous community under the principles of Islam. It was a surah that, though revealed in a specific time and place, transcended its context to offer universal and timeless messages. Surah Al-Baqarah, in its immense wisdom and scope, touches on a wide range of topics, each imparting vital lessons for life and faith. These teachings, rooted in the past, continue to resonate strongly in the hearts of believers today. 1. Faith and obedience to Allah. The heart of Surah Al-Baqarah lies in its call to sincere faith and obedience to Allah. The verses constantly remind us of the importance of establishing prayer, giving in charity, and trusting in the divine plan, and seek help through patience and prayer. And indeed, it is difficult except for the humbly submissive, a verse that encapsulates the essence of this teaching. 2. Stories as lessons. The surah is replete with stories from the past, each serving as a parable with profound moral and spiritual implications. From the creation of Adam to the struggle of Abraham and the trials of the children of Israel, these stories are not just tales of the past, but living lessons that teach us about faith, resilience, and divine grace. 3. Justice and social equity. Surah Al-Baqarah places a strong emphasis on social justice and equity. It addresses themes such as the rights of orphans, the regulation of the economy to prevent usury, and the importance of justice in all aspects of life. Allah does not wrong anyone even an atom's weight, but if there is a good deed, He multiplies it and gives from Himself a great reward, illustrates this principle. 4. Guidance in personal and community matters. The surah also serves as a guide in personal and community affairs, addressing topics from marriage and divorce to laws regarding fasting and Hajj. These guidelines help believers navigate the complexities of daily life, always maintaining a balance between personal needs and communal responsibilities. 5. Reflection and knowledge. Surah Al-Baqarah invites reflection and the use of knowledge. It encourages believers to contemplate creation, seek knowledge, and use reason. Do they not reflect upon the Quran? If it had been from any other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction. Challenges believers and non-believers alike to ponder the truths it presents. In the contemporary world, these teachings of Surah Al-Baqarah remain relevant. They remind us of the importance of living a balanced life, where faith, reason, and social justice coexist harmoniously. In an era where injustice, inequality, and hopelessness often prevail, the messages of Surah Al-Baqarah offer a beacon of light, guidance, and hope. At the heart of Surah Al-Baqarah, and giving it its name, lies an extraordinary story that surprises not only for its uniqueness, but also for the profound lessons it holds. This is the story of the cow, a tale that speaks to us of obedience, faith, and the search for truth. The story begins in an ancient community where a man was killed under mysterious circumstances, creating confusion and conflict among his people. Seeking to solve the mystery and establish justice, the leaders of the community approached the prophet Moses for divine guidance. Allah instructed Moses to command them to sacrifice a cow as part of resolving the mystery. What followed was a series of questioning and doubts from the people. Instead of obeying immediately, they asked about the type and color of the cow, seeking more and more specifications. With each question, the task became more complicated, reflecting human reluctance to follow divine instructions without questioning. Finally, after many specifications, they found the cow that Allah had described and sacrificed it. Using a part of the cow's body, Allah revived the murdered man, who was able to reveal the identity of his killer. The mystery was solved, but the story left behind valuable lessons. This narrative is rich in symbolism and teachings. Firstly, it highlights the importance of obedience to Allah. The hesitation and continuous questioning of the people demonstrate how the human mind, when guided by skepticism or disobedience, can complicate what should be straightforward. Secondly, the story teaches us about the wisdom and power of Allah. Through an apparently senseless act, sacrificing a cow, Allah not only solves a crime but also demonstrates His omnipotence and knowledge, reminding us that there is a purpose and deeper meaning in His commandments. Finally, the story is a reminder that in the pursuit of truth and justice, faith and trust in a higher power are often required. The miraculous resolution of the murder shows us that even in the most confusing and challenging moments, Allah has a plan and a path towards truth and justice. Surah Al-Baqarah is imbued with parables and examples that offer profound reflections and teachings. These stories are essential for understanding the essence of the surah and how it connects with believers on an emotional and spiritual level. The Parable of Light, verse 2 to 257. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of His light is like a niche within which is a lamp. This example is a beautiful and poetic description of Allah's guidance and presence in the life of the believer. It illustrates how Allah illuminates the path in the darkness of the world, offering direction, hope, and clarity. The parable of those who break their covenant with Allah, verse 227. Those who break the covenant of Allah after contracting it and sever that which Allah has ordered to be joined and cause corruption on earth, for them is the curse. This parable serves as a severe warning against betrayal and corruption. It reminds us of the importance of keeping the given word and living a life of integrity and righteousness. The Parable of Hypocrisy, verses 2:17-18. Their example is that of one who kindled a fire, but when it illuminated what was around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, so they could not see. This example reflects the state of those who pretend to believe, but whose hearts are empty of true faith. The parable shows how, without genuine understanding and commitment, divine guidance and wisdom cannot take root or illuminate the individual's path. The parable of those who hoard gold and silver, verse 2 to 274. Those who hoard gold and silver and do not spend it in the way of Allah, give them tidings of a painful punishment. This example warns against hoarding wealth and greed, urging believers to be generous and to use their blessings to help others. The parable of the change in the heart, verse 2 to 74. Then your hearts became hardened after that, being like stones or even harder. This parable highlights how hearts can become hardened to divine guidance and mercy, becoming obstacles to faith and spiritual understanding. Each of these parables and examples from Surah Al-Baqarah not only offers moral and spiritual lessons, but also invites believers to deep and ongoing reflection on their relationship with Allah, faith, and conduct in everyday life. They remind us of the need for constant self-evaluation and spiritual renewal. Surah Al-Baqarah, though revealed over 1,000 years ago, remains a beacon of wisdom and guidance for Muslims today. Its impact on Islamic thought, practice, and ethics cannot be underestimated, and its relevance is palpable in numerous aspects of contemporary life. Guidance in everyday life. Surah Al-Baqarah offers detailed guidance on matters of everyday life, from family relationships to financial transactions. In a world where these areas are increasingly complicated by technological advancements and social changes, the surah offers timeless principles that help believers navigate these challenges with integrity and faith. Teaching on justice and equity. In a time marked by social injustice, economic inequality, and global conflicts, the messages of Surah Al-Baqarah about justice, equity, and caring for the disadvantaged resonate with special urgency. The surah calls on believers to be active advocates for justice and to contribute to the welfare of society. Promotion of tolerance and interreligious dialogue. Surah Al-Baqarah, with its discussions on the history of other faith communities and its emphasis on the common humanity of all beings, promotes an attitude of respect and dialogue among different beliefs and cultures. In an increasingly interconnected world, these messages are crucial for fostering mutual understanding and peaceful coexistence. Reflection and pursuit of knowledge. The surah encourages deep reflection and the use of reasoning, inviting believers to contemplate creation and seek knowledge. In an era dominated by information and rapid change, this teaching underscores the importance of continuous education, critical research, and open-mindedness. Emphasis on faith and personal spirituality. Finally, Surah Al-Baqarah emphasizes the importance of a personal and sincere relationship with Allah. In a world where distractions are numerous and external pressures constant, the surah reminds us of the importance of nurturing our faith and spiritual connection, always seeking guidance and support in our spiritual life. We have embarked on a journey through Surah Al-Baqarah, the Surah of the Cow, discovering its richness, depth, and eternal relevance. From its historical origins in the early days of Islam to its resonance in the contemporary world, this surah remains a source of wisdom, guidance, and comfort for believers. The Surah Al-Baqarah is a microcosm of the message of the Quran. It addresses an astonishing variety of topics, from the details of everyday life to the deepest mysteries of faith. In its verses, we find guides for a just and equitable life, lessons from the stories of the prophets, warnings against deviation, and promises of divine mercy and grace. The relevance of Surah Al-Baqarah today is undeniable. In an era of growing materialism, conflicts, and ethical challenges, its teachings offer a moral and spiritual compass. It reminds us of the importance of social justice, the need for tolerance and interreligious dialogue, the tireless pursuit of knowledge, and the importance of a strong and lived faith. The message of Surah Al-Baqarah goes beyond mere ritual fulfillment. It calls us to deeply reflect on our place in the world, our relationship with others, and our responsibility towards Allah's creation. It urges us to seek a balance between spiritual life and worldly responsibilities, encouraging us to live lives that reflect the principles and values of Islam. At the heart of this surah is the invitation to a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Through its pages, believers are encouraged to question, reflect, and grow, strengthening their faith and understanding of life. Surah Al-Baqarah challenges us to be better individuals, more conscious of our actions, more dedicated to justice, and more committed to our faith. Thus, Surah Al-Baqarah stands not only as a chapter in a sacred book, but as a companion on the journey of life, a source of wisdom and comfort in times of need, and a constant reminder of the presence and guidance of Allah in all facets of our existence.